Hey orchid peeps, welcome back to Phal Orchids. Yeah, let's nerd out. We'll look at a couple Phalaenopsis orchids. These two are species Phalaenopsis. We're gonna do a close look at the Borneensis. Focus, there you go. Phalaenopsis borneensis. And we will then cross-pollinate that with the Phalaenopsis tetraspis green. That's this guy back here, another species. So really quickly, the Phalaenopsis borneensis is found in Borneo, obviously native to Borneo. And it's often called or confused or sometimes classified as a form, a variation of Phalaenopsis cornucervi. And so it's really interesting to me. I know this is super nerdy, so let's nerd out a little bit on how we classify these plants. And so if you look, the only things that really differentiate the cornucervi from the borneensis are right here at the base of the lip. And so the calli, well, it's a callus is singular, but calli plural. There's one on each side at the base of the lip. And on cornucervi, they're formed differently. And the second, apparently, major differentiation that defines this as a separate species is the fact that the lip margin, so I love the lip on this, it's this really white, hopefully that's all, the colors are looking good. The lip is complete, it's a full margin, complete margin, so it's not in any way jagged or have teeth, where on the cornucervi, especially some of the examples you see like on the ends here of the lip, oh man, I'm moving it. On the ends of the lip, they get really kind of, a few little hairs or teeth kind of show up. So there's irregular serrations on the lip margin, the edge of the lip. Yeah, so that's about it. But look how cool this is. I love how yellow the hood is on that. It's a really striking flower to me. The patterning is pretty amazing. And if you followed the channel, well, thanks. And, hit subscribe if you like to nerd out on plants and stuff and get more weird info. I love brown and green or orange and green. So the coloration on this one really does it for me. Now, also another thing, like we have a couple different species that have similar coloration in the sepals and petals. Yeah, why do we have similar coloration in flowers? One of the reasons is because it's not just about the flowers. So, if you look at the actual plant itself, there are a lot of differences in just the morphology of how the plant grows. This Phalaenopsis tends to have a very small distance between the leaves, right? So the stem grows nice and upright. Now, of course, we could grow this more horizontally over on its side, similar to how we grow our tetraspis. But this one just grows more upright and stands upright with kind of these long lanceolate leaves, so just really thin leaves compared to how long they are. Compared to, the leaf shape, again, on the tetraspis, which has a more ovulate, oval-shaped leaf, wider compared to the length. So, and of course, obviously, we won't go into the tetraspis. That's a really complex Phalaenopsis, a lot of variation in those flowers. Honestly, it's really strange, how you can have two different species. They're so similar, but they are actually considered two different species, according to some. And, they have minor variations, like just in how the lip is shaped. But then you come to species like tetraspis, and there is a ton of variation in tetraspis. whatever. You know, I don't care about that. That's not my main focus. My main focus is on crossing these two right now. So let's do that. Let's make some hybrids, hopefully. We'll see. All right. So I got to take the pollen off of the Borneensis, and then I will put it onto the Tetraspis, and then vice versa. I got to take the pollen off the Tetraspis and put it back onto the Borneensis. Let's do it. All right, so I'm just going to take the pollinia off first, and yeah, it just pops right off of these phals, and I've got a little envelope, a piece of paper down here that I will catch them on. And usually you can just take your toothpick and, you know, get it stuck. Of course, it's not going to go in focus. Let's put it up. There you go. So you can see it's on the end of the toothpick. Now the actual pollinia is down inside this little white protective capsule thing there. And yeah, normally I just stick them on. A comment was made by a viewer, Tom Furby. He mentioned that, yeah, I should remove these protective sheaths around the pollinia. So yeah, I guess I might as well do that. I don't know, I never did before. I just figured, yeah, I'd just stick them up there and whatever. But, you know, he's probably right. It can't hurt to remove them. So all right, I'm just going to set that aside. Now this is the pollinia from the Tetraspis green, but of course I got to remove the pollinia from the next flower. All right, now I've got the Borneensis here. I'm just going to hold my hand under. Hopefully it'll stick. I hope I don't lose it. I know better than to do this. Yeah, it fell off into my hand. Okay, you can see they just stick right onto the toothpick. Right by the little tail end of the pollinia is sticky. And that's what gets on the insect. All right, so put that one down and we'll take the pollinia from the Tetraspis. I'm gonna try to remove the coating, which just came right off in my finger. Let's see if you can see that. So just gently tugging at it removes this white cap. There's nothing in there. You can see the pollinia on the end of the toothpick right there. So that's what I got to stick up onto the little face in the bottom. So you see up underneath that lip? Put the pollen right up in there and I just kind of give it a gentle push. Like an insect would. If it was trying to get something, it would, you know, rustle and push that pollinia up in there gently. So that's what I did. That one is done. I gotta add it to the list. And then now back to the Tetraspis green. Now the pollinia from the Borneensis will go on to the Tetraspis green. Let's try to pull that hood off again. And yeah, I can just barely see the white little cap here, and oops, it fell off, and then the pollinia is stuck on the toothpick. You can just see it, right? It's tiny. And this one, of course, goes, let's see if we can tilt it to the side. This one goes up inside. If you want to check out some more pollination, you want to see what we do, check out this video here on Paphiopedilum pollination. Thanks, guys. Hope you're having a good one. We'll see you back here at El Pilar soon.